Hi, I'm Timothy Murray from the Merola class of 2019. I actually really despised opera in high school. One of my high school friends actually took classical voice lessons, and in my mind, he stole all of my roles in the high school musicals. So I hated the classical singing. Um, but I first got into opera in college. I was just a theater major, but I really missed singing in choir. So I added a classical voice degree, and in the hopes of doing musical theater. And so when you take on the classical voice degree, there's diction and music history and theory and piano and the languages and so much stuff. You're just sort of totally submerged in the classical music world. And so basically, I just sort of fell in love with it just by the inundation of it. And yeah, so I shifted my sights from musical theater to opera. So the artists who really influenced me, who I became obsessed with, and still am obsessed with, let's be real, are artists like Leontine Price, Aprile Milo, Joan Sutherland, Pavarotti, Franco Corelli, Ettore Bastianini, Piero Cappuccilli, all of the great kind of golden age singers really inspired me. And whenever I need a kick of motivation, I just go on YouTube and look up one of their recordings or one of their videos to get re-inspired, because they are just so fantastic. The highlight of my summer at Merola is hard to choose, but at the same time, not really, because for the Merola Grand Finale, which is, the big performance on stage of the War Memorial Opera House with the San Francisco Opera Orchestra, for the Grand Finale, my roommate and best friend, Alice Chung, mezzo-soprano, she and I were given this epic, 15-minute duet from Thomas' Hamlet. And so I got to sing Hamlet on the stage of the War Memorial, with my best friend and roommate Alice as my mother, Queen Gertrude, and it was a moment I will never forget. It was fantastic. Yeah, I cannot believe it. I am so honored to be a 2022 George London winner. I think it was fantastic just to be in person again, just to be physically with the pianist, to have the panel and the audience with you in real time, real space. I think was so fantastic. And I got to sing at the Morgan Library Theater, which is a fantastic space. And was adjudicated by fantastic legends like James Morris and Harolyn Blackwell. It was a really kind of surreal experience. Outside of opera, I love board games. And I'm not talking about the basic board games like Settlers of Catan or Monopoly or Clue. I'm talking about a 3-hour sit down, with your friends, who are also nerds like me, and playing these super intense board games. I love it. If I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing opera, and I'm not hanging out with friends, then I also really love to go hiking, which there are so many beautiful spaces around the Bay Area to go hiking. So that's been really great. I cannot make it through the day without my morning shower. It is just something I do to wake myself up and feel kind of clean and refreshed for the day. Yeah, I am really, really thrilled to present this recital with my good friends and colleagues on April 27th. Um, we've got a really cool program. I'm singing some Korngold, some Jonathan Dove, some Amy Beach. Stefan is doing some Sibelius, which is really, really beautiful. And Sunshine is presenting the Libby Larson Queens. So I think it's a really eclectic program, and Andrew King, our pianist, is fabulously slaying all of these massive pieces. So yeah, it's going to be really, really exciting. And I honestly, the real highlight is getting to present this recital with my wonderful friends. So yeah. So you can find me next. I'm doing a concert with the Eos String Quartet, which are members of the San Francisco Opera Orchestra. Up in Marin, we are doing a concert where I'm singing Barber's Dover Beach and some Schubert Lieder with them. The Schwabacher recital is on April 27th. And then shortly after that, I'm really honored to make my San Francisco Symphony debut as a soloist in Carmina Burana. That's on May 6th, which is really exciting. But for all of these scheduling things, you can find me online. My website is www.timmurraybaritone.com. Yeah, that has my whole schedule on there with all of the details about ticketing and location and all of that stuff.